40-ounce beer. I did not have 40-ounce bottles of beer. I did not have 40-ounce bottles of beer.
Right.
But I did have I would suggest a 12-ounce glass of beer, probably, Mr. Kramer. Yes, Mr. Shortino doesn't suggest that this was anything other than an accident. Mr. Kramer, I understand. The question that we address in these kinds of proceedings is, but for your actions, would his tooth have been broken? That's what we call tort law. You know, torts. I got an A in torts in law school. So, but for the intervention off, either tapping him on the shoulder or, as he said, sort of put your hands out in front of him and tap the bottle so that it went into his tooth. For your actions, his tooth would not have been broken. There's no question, based upon the evidence that I have that you did in fact suffer a broken tooth as a result of this huge beer bottle that you were drinking. Sir, probably at a time when you weren't supposed to be drinking beer. Is that correct? This is correct? Yeah, 'cause you're not of age. I'm not of age. This is true. So you weren't supposed to be drinking the beer, but you had this big beer bottle and it was near your mouth. But for that intervention, he wouldn't have suffered this injury. So it's not an instance where you were at fault, Beckos. You did something grossly negligent. But you are responsible. He's not responsible because it wouldn't have happened but for your intervention. Do we understand each other? I don't think we do. Just a second. He's going to try to explain it to me. I'm going to try to explain if it was not due to all the alcohol in his system. I believe none of this would have happened. How does a tapping somebody on the right shoulder affect something? Holding in your left hand. How I believe due to his enumerated state this never would have happened. You're in front of me now. Just a second, Mr. Kramer. I was trying to be kind to you, sir. You are over 21, correct? Yes. You knew he was under 21.shuh. You knew, Mr. Kramer, he was under 21 because you told me that in your answer, right? That he was a minor. I mean, I didn't pull that out of a hat. 'Twas in these papers that you both furnished to me now. You said to me that he was drinking at your house before? He was drinking at your house before he went to the party. I was not at the house when he was drinking. I was at the fraternity. I then found out about the party. I came back. He was the 40. How did I get to the fraternity? Here's what he was drinking at what house. At my house, but I was not present at the house. Just a second. You mean your home where you live? Right? I was not present at the house. He had gone to Tijuana. I live in San Diego. He had gone to Tijuana. I was at the fraternity. Came back. By the time I came back, he was there. Judy, he was at your house. At my house, Judy, yes, there was a bottle of tequila and a 40-ounce bottle of Miller Genuine Draft in the coffee table. Judy, yes. My roommate Joshua Cash was there to let him in. Obviously, yes. I then came home from the fraternity. I said, there's a party. We'll leave him about 20 minutes, and that's when we went to the party and I drove to the party. Just tell me, what makes you say he was drinking at your house? 'Cause I saw him drinking, right? You furnished a minor. I did not buy the beer or the tequila. You have. Just a second. That doesn't make any difference. I was trying to be kind to you. You furnished a minor alcohol. You don't have to buy it for him. You didn't say, to him you are under 21 years old and you can't drink in my house. I'm going to tell you something, sir, with the same scenario that you are telling me. He drank at your house and he got into his car and was driving and killed somebody. Killed a 5-year-old child. They took a blood alcohol on him and found that it was above a 0. 10. You know who they would sue? You? Gavel Bang's upbeat dramatic music.